Hey everybody, this is speech language pathologist Carrie Clark with speechandlanguagekids.com. This video will teach you American Sign Language signs that you can use with your baby or late talker. You will learn the top 60 signs that are my personal choice for first words or signs to teach your child. First, let's talk about why you might want to use sign language with a child. For babies, sign language allows them to communicate their wants and needs through signs before they're able to speak the words. Typically, developing babies are able to use signs at about 7 to 9 months, whereas if they wait until they are using spoken words, it's about 12 months. Now, if you have a child who's a little older but is a late talker, there's plenty of research that shows that using sign language can be helpful for those kiddos as well. The research is showing that it does not prevent spoken speech, and it gives them a way to communicate until their mouth catches up, until they're able to speak those messages. Some research is actually showing that it helps promote speech as well, so they start talking even sooner. So how do you use sign language with a child? Well, if you'd like the detailed version, you can go to my website at www.speechandlanguagekids.com/sign language. That's sign language with no spaces or dashes. Speechandlanguagekids.com/sign language. But what I typically recommend is that you pick 10 words to start with. Pick 10 words that are going to be helpful for your child to learn, and then you're going to learn the signs for those 10 words. Then, whenever you're speaking to your child, anytime that word comes up, you're going to go ahead and sign it. You don't need to sign every word you say, and you don't need to be fluent in sign language to do this. Just learn 10 words and sign those. Once you get to be feeling pretty comfortable with those 10 words, then you'll want to go ahead and add a few more words. When you're choosing words to start with teaching your child signs, there are a few things that you want to look at. First, you want to try to choose some signs and some words that are meaningful to your child. Think about the things that your child may be wanting to communicate to you. You can think about favorite toys, favorite foods, favorite activities, anything that you think your child would like to request or would like to tell you. For example, if you have a very social child, a good sign may be hi or hello, just so that they have a way to communicate with other people. The next thing that you want to look at when choosing signs is that you want them to be words that are typically found in the developing vocabularies of young children. What I mean by this is that you want those words to be words that kids are usually using when they're learning their first words. The third thing that you want to look at is you want to look at using a variety of different types of words. For example, if all you teach your child is nouns such as cat, spoon, cookie, ball, they're going to be missing out on verbs, descriptors, adjectives, all kinds of other different types of words. So you want to make sure that the words you select represent a large variety of different kinds of words. Now, I've chosen 60 words that fit those criteria. There's a wide variety of words, and they're words that are common in first vocabularies of children. So I'm going to go through those 60 signs right now. I'm going to show you how to do them. The word for the sign is going to pop up at the top of the screen, so you can kind of scroll through to see which words you think will be interesting for your child. Again, pick 10 of those words, learn those, and then bookmark this video so that you can come back to it and learn some more signs after you get comfortable with those 10. So here are the signs. The first sign is all done. You're going to start with your hands together and then pull them out like this. All done. The next sign is again. Take one hand like this, the other hand out, and you're going to take it from here to here in an arc. Again. The next one is away. Start with your hand closed in a fist and then push it away as if something is going away from you. Away. The next sign is all gone. Start with one hand here, put the other hand inside, and then you're going to drop it down and spread your fingers. All gone. The next sign is little. Take two L's, put them together like this, and say little. You're going to make them as little as possible. On the opposite side, you can do big, which is when you spread them apart and you say big. So we have little and big. What I recommend for opposites is that you pick one opposite at a time to try with your child. So I don't recommend that you try to teach them big and little at the same time because that's a little bit too much information. So start with one or the other. So maybe you're just going to talk about things that are little for a while. Once your child gets comfortable with that, then you can move on to big. The next pair is clean and dirty. For clean, you're going to start with one hand out and wipe one hand across it as if you're cleaning a surface. Clean. Then for dirty, you're going to take one hand under your chin and wiggle your fingers. This is also the same sign as the American Sign Language sign for pig. Ironically, pigs are kind of dirty. So pig, dirty, all the same. The next word you're going to do is eat. Take one hand like this, fingers together, and put it up next to your mouth. Eat. The next pair we're going to do is go and stop. Go, you take two fingers and point them in a forward direction. Go. And for stop, you take one flat hand, take the other, and make a chopping motion. Stop. The next one is get. Start with your hands out. Bring them together as if you are getting something. Get. Next we have in and on. In, you're going to take your cup and your fingers together, put it in. In. And for on, you're just going to take a fist and put the other hand on top. On. In. On. Next is help. Take one hand flat like this and the other hand in a fist. Put the fist on top and push it up as if one hand is helping the other. Help. We have my, which is just patting your chest, or your, patting your child, well, motioning towards the other person as if going to pat their chest. Don't actually pat their chest for the sign. My, your. Next we have more, which is all fingertips together, touching like this. More. One word of caution for the word more. A lot of people will use this as a first sign, and they'll use it for everything. So anytime the child wants something, they say more. The problem with doing that is that the child's going to think that everything's called more, and that this one sign will get them whatever they want in life, which we really want to teach them that there are other words out there, and you don't want them to get stuck on this one sign and never learn any others because, well, why would I need to sign ball or spoon? If I just say more, I get it again. So we want to make sure that the child has a lot of vocabulary, not just more. So I would not recommend teaching this as one of your first 10, but maybe once you get some other words, because it's a great word that you can pair, sign that you can pair with other words. So you can say more cookie or more ball, but just more by itself is a little bit difficult because kids tend to get stuck on it. Moving on. The next ones we're going to do are no, kind of closed like a beak, no, and yes. No, yes. The next one is open. You're going to take your hands and open them like you're opening a book. You can also do it this way as if opening a door, or this way as if opening a window. I tend to do this one just because it's a little easier for me to remember. The next one is sit. You're going to take two fingers on each hand and put one on top of the other. Sit. Next is put. Take your hands in one location as if you're picking something up and move it to another location. Put. The next one is throw. Start with a fist, move it forward and open the hand. Throw. Next is there. This one's pretty easy. You just point there. So wherever you're indicating, there. The next one is this. Hand out, one finger and point. This. Next we'll do wet and dry. Wet, you're going to start with a W. This is also the sign for water, but we'll say it's like you're saying water and then feel. So like you're feeling something. So wet would be wet. We'll do that again. That's kind of a long one. Wet. The next one is dry. You're going to take a hooked finger like this and pull it across your upper lip as if drying off with a handkerchief. Dry. Next we have up and down. Those are very original. Just point up or point down for up and down. Okay, so now we've done a lot of what we call relational words, which are not nouns, but words that will help you build those sentences together, such as actions and adjectives, demonstratives. Those are all the words that we've done so far. So now we want to look at some common nouns that you can do. I'm going to go through and show you a bunch of different nouns, but I also want you to think about in this section your child's interests. So for example, I'm going to show you 3 toys, but if one of these 3 toys is not your child's favorite toy, then I want you to go find the sign for your child's favorite toy and use that one. But this will give you kind of a bank to get started. So the first one would be animals. So I'm going to show you 3 animals. We have cat, like you're pulling on whiskers, cat. Then there's dog. I'm going to stand up. You're going to use your leg and say dog. You're going to tap and then snap as if calling a dog. Dog. The next one is bird. You're going to move your fingers like a bird beak. Bird. Okay? Next we'll do 3 bathroom fixtures. So the first one is toilet. You're going to make the letter T. This is the sign for T in American Sign Language. So make a T. Your thumb is sticking out through your fingers and shake it. That's toilet. And then for sink, you're going to do that sign for water again. Water, and then the sign for bowl. So it's kind of like you're saying water bowl, but that's sink. The next one is bathtub. For bathtub, you're going to rub your chest like this. This is the sign for wash or bath. And then you're going to make a tub with your hands. So it's going to look like this. Bathtub. You're basically saying wash basin. That's kind of how that one goes. And that's our bathroom fixtures. So I'll give you 3 clothing items as well. So we can go with shirt, which you start here and move your hands down. Shirt. And then there's pants. Woo, let's see if you can see that. So you're going to start with your hands down here, move them up your pants. Pants. And the last clothing item is shoes. Shoes. Next, we will do 3 dishes. This one is cup. So you have your cup, and you're putting it down on the table. Cup. Then we have bowl. We did this one before with sink. You just kind of make a bowl shape with your hands. And spoon. You're going to take 2 fingers and scoop them towards your mouth as if using a spoon. Spoon. Cup, bowl, spoon. Next we'll do 3 foods. And again, choose foods that are your child's favorite foods. If your child never eats crackers, apples, or cookies, then these are not going to be good ones for you. But those are pretty common first foods for kids. So I'm going to go with those. Cracker is like this. You're going to take 1 elbow and 1 fist and put it on your, tap it against your elbow. That's cracker. Next is cookie. So you're going to take a hand like this and turn it as if using a cookie cutter to cut out a cookie. Cookie. And then we'll do apple. You're going to take your fist with this finger kind of sticking out a little bit, and you're going to turn it in your cheek. Apple. The next we're going to do are 3 pieces of furniture. We'll start with table. Table. You're just going to pat your arms as if laying them on a table. Table. Bed. You're going to do this just like you're laying down on a bed. Bed. Then chair is the same as sit, but you do it twice. So this is chair. Next we'll do people signs. This one is boy. You're going to pretend like you're pulling on the brim of a hat. Boy. And then this is girl. Girl. So you're going to pretend like you're pulling on a bonnet string. I know that's a little outdated because we don't wear bonnets anymore, but go with it. Girl. The last one is baby. You're going to hold your arms like this and rock back and forth like holding a baby. You can do this down on your chest. I just can't show you that in the shot. So that's baby. All right, we're going to do 3 school supplies. This will be good for kids that are going to school or that like arts and crafts. So we have glue. You're going to squeeze and draw a line, just like you're drawing a line of glue. Glue. And then we have block. Just make a square with your fingers. Block. And marker. Pretend like you're drawing a squiggly line in the air with a marker. Now we'll do 3 toys. Again, use your child's favorite toys, but we have bubbles. That's a favorite one in my office. Everybody loves bubbles around here. So just pretend like you have some little bubbles here in the air. We have ball, another favorite one. Just touch all your fingertips together and tap them together. Ball. And then we have slide. Start at the top and go down. Whoosh, slide. I like the sound effect with that one too. All right, the last 3 I'm going to show you are 3 vehicles. We have airplane. You're going to make this. This is the same as I love you, by the way, if you want to teach them that one. That's a fun one. But you're going to take your I love you sign and you're going to zoom it through the air. So you're going to say plane. And then we have car. Pretend like you're moving a steering wheel. And bike. Pretend like you're pedaling. All right, so those are the 60 American Sign Language signs that I like to use. Again, those are good for children that are beginning to learn to talk. choose 10 or so of those and start learning those, and then come back to this later. So be sure to bookmark it. I appreciate you watching today. If you would like to get my free ebook of how to improve speech skills in your child, you can go over to www.speechandlanguagekids.com/YouTube offer, and that will offer you that free ebook for subscribing to my channel and leaving a comment. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. You can leave a comment on the video below, and I'll be answering those frequently. Thanks, and have a great day.